Europe's largest economy, Germany, a massive powerhouse, is in crisis. While the world's eyes were glued at US elections and Donald J. Trump winning it, simultaneously Germany, the third largest economy of the world, only after US and China, was going through a massive political and economic crisis simultaneously.
Germany, once a beacon of economic stability in Europe, is now facing a growing crisis.
So let's head to Germany, where a political crisis has erupted.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has dismissed his finance minister, and Germany is without a majority government and is heading towards elections.
Now, Germany entered a major political crisis on Wednesday, November 7, 2024, with the collapse of German Chancellor Olaf Scholz's government, or Olaf Scholz's ruling coalition, so to say. And it is likely to pave way for the early elections next year. Now, this traffic light coalition in Germany, formed of three parties, hit red spot this year. And this all happened after German Chancellor Olaf Scholz fired the finance minister Christian Lindner over a policy debate in relation to budget. Now, Christian Lindner is of pro-business Free Democratic Party. Now, the underlying reason for this divorce or this crisis is the government finances and the irreconcilable differences over how to reinvigorate the Germans' economy. Now, the Chancellor, according to AP report, suggested that the minority government, comprising of Social Democrats and Greens, will continue till early next year. And at the same point of time, the leader of the largest opposition bloc in the parliament, Friedrich Merz, from the centre-right Christian Democrats, has called for an immediate no-confidence vote in Germany. And also fresh elections. Now, German Chancellor Scholz has stressed again on November 7th that he does not want to conduct a vote of confidence before January 15th, and conduct of fresh elections will happen early next year. Also, this is not all. Alongside all these things, Germany's economy is also doing considerably very poor. Volkswagen, as you all would know, a German car manufacturer, Europe's biggest car manufacturer and the largest employer of Germany, is also in crisis.
Well, Volkswagen is facing major challenges, with reports indicating the potential loss of up to 30,000 jobs.
The head of Volkswagen's Workers' Council says the car giant intends to close at least 3 factories in Germany, leading to the loss of tens of thousands of jobs.
Now, Volkswagen plans to shut at least 3 of its big factories in Germany, firing and laying off thousands and thousands of employees, and also shrink its remaining plants in the rest of Europe as well. Roughly 3 lakh people in Germany are expected to be laid off because of this move by Volkswagen. And if you see Germany as a whole, Germany has not been performing really great and really well since the last many years, especially after COVID-19 pandemic. And Germany is now looking towards a second consecutive year of contraction as well. Now, Germany is the only G7 economy which has contracted in the year 2024, and it is expected to shrink by 0.2% this year. Now, why Germany, who was once an economic powerhouse, is in crisis currently? How they can improve and what could be done to improve this particular situation, and what could be the overall impact of Germans' poor economic performance to the whole world as well? All these things we'll be trying to understand in this particular session. Hello, my name is Preetpal Singh. You're watching Perspective, and today our discussion would center around the crisis in Germany. Now, Germany, which is also known as the Federal Republic of Germany, is a country in the Central Europe. It lies between Baltic and North Sea to the north and Alps to the south, and its 16 constituent states has a total population of 82 million people, over the size of 3.57 lakh square kilometers. It makes Germany the most populous country of European Union. Now, it borders Denmark to the north, Poland and Czech Republic to the east, Australia and Switzerland to the south, and France, Luxembourg, Belgium and Netherlands to the west. The nation's capital and the most populous city is Berlin, and the financial capital of the region is Frankfurt. Now, as you all would know, Germany is a member of United Nations, it's a member of Council of Europe and NATO as well, and alongside OECD. Germany is also a founding member of European Union, G7 and G20 groupings as well. Now, from all these things we get to know that Germany internationally is having a very important role, and Germany is a very important key player in almost all of key international organizations. And if Germany is going through a political and economic crisis simultaneously, it would have a widespread impact on the global economy as well. Now, let us understand each of the details one by one. See, a day after Donald Trump's thumping victory in United States presidential elections, a political drama unfolded in Germany. The nation's first ever 3-party coalition, it fell back, and it came to an end on Wednesday, November 6th. Now this three-party coalition, which was formed of Social Democratic Party, the Free Democratic Party and the Green Party, it came to the government in Germany in 2021. And this trio was definitely an unlikely trio because of the contrasting ideologies of all these three parties. See, SDP, that is Socialist Democratic Party, is basically a left-leaning party and having left-leaning political ideologies. And this FDP, that is Free Democratic Party, is having pro-business ideology. So the ideologies does not match. And as we all know, it all started when Olaf Scholz, who belongs to the center-left Socialist Democratic Party, he fired the finance minister who belongs to the fiscally conservative Free Democratic Party. And this all happened over a budget dispute. And in response, naturally, the Free Democratic Party, they pulled out of the alliance. And now the Socialist Democratic Party and the Greens, they only remain in the coalition. And the government is currently a minority government. As we all know, that Scholz has said that he would call vote of confidence after January of 15th. And definitely, his party and Greens, they both are expected to lose and likely elevate different other parties to political power in Germany. Now, alongside this political crisis which was unfolding in Germany, alongside this, there was an economic crisis which was unfolding in Germany in the same point of time, in the same period of time as well. And let's start that economic crisis discussion with Volkswagen first. Now, Volkswagen, which is the second largest car manufacturer in the world and the largest car manufacturer of Europe, is going through a crisis in Germany. And the trouble of these car makers would have a domino impact, a domino effect on the whole German economy as well. See, Germany's automotive industry, which is country's single largest sector, accounting for 5% of the GDP, is employing around 8 lakh people in Germany, which is huge. And over a third of whom are working for Volkswagen. Now, plant closure of Volkswagen in Germany would mean that multiple people, lakhs of people would be losing their jobs. And if lakhs of people are losing their jobs, they are essentially losing their livelihoods, their ways and means to earn money. And because of this, the economic impact of this move will be very significant for Germany's economy. Now, the reason why Volkswagen is shutting off these factories and laying off tens and thousands of workers, it involves a desperate bid to stay competitive in the market because they are facing stiff competition from Chinese car manufacturers. And their sales are sliding as well. And this is not just about Volkswagen. If we take whole Germany into account, the biggest economy in Europe, they have been in trouble and they have been in decline since the post-COVID times. See, the issue of post-pandemic blues, war in Europe and Middle East, and a multi-billion euro hole in the budget has plagued the German's economy. See, while the pro-business FDP has called for a debt ceiling in German's economy, the SDP and Greens party, they are in favor of more government spending and providing an economic stimulus to Germany for a reinvigoration of its economy. And definitely all these problems, they go much beyond Volkswagen problem. A business lobbying group in Germany, over 20% of Germany's industrial output is at risk from current times till the year 2030. So Germany's output could shrink by 20% in these many years. And it will be primarily due to high energy costs and also shrinking market for German products. And several analysts have pointed out towards 3 critical reasons because of which Germany is now again becoming the sick man of Europe. First reason is country's dependence on Russian gas. Second reason is late embrace of the automotive industry of Germany towards electrics. And third reason is country's late push towards digitization, that is struggle of the country towards a digital push. Now, experts have also flagged over-regulation and bureaucratic overreach, especially for mid-sized firms and small-sized firms in Germany, which makes up a large part of its Mittelstand. See, the industrial production in Germany has also struggled for the last many years. Several key sectors like metalwork, chemicals, paper industry, paper manufacturing has been hit particularly hard in the last many years. And these sectors, they combine in total of 16% of Germany's industrial output. But also they consume 80% of industrial energy in Germany as well. And many firms, they have responded to the high energy cost. Since the energy bill has been increasing over the last many years, they have responded to this by stopping production and reducing and downsizing the production levels. And this is not all. Because on one hand, Germany's industrial output is decreasing, Germany's economic losses are increasing, and country is also dealing with a demographic shift. in the recent years, Germany's population has been aging. Now, earlier it was balanced by high levels of immigration, but fewer immigrants are arriving to Germany now, even though they are providing free education. But lesser and lesser number of immigrants are now willing to work as laborers in Germany. Also, International Monetary Fund IMF is expecting Germany's working age population to decline by 0.5% a year for the next 5 years consecutively. And this will be the steepest decline for any big economy in the whole world. And IMF officials have also said that unless productivity improves in Germany because of mechanization, because of artificial intelligence, unless productivity improves, the Germany's economic growth will settle at 0.7% a year, half of its pre-pandemic level, which is alarming. Now, we all know that till a little over 36 months ago, Germany did appear to be a massive economic powerhouse and a political powerhouse as well. Germany was the epitome of economic and political success. Former Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, was branded as the real leader of the world, not just Germany, but the real leader of the world as well. And Germany's export-driven economic model was world-beating and was world-class. But the change of fortunes in Germany has been rather quick, and it has overturned the Germany's economy. Earlier, when it was epitome of success, now German economy is trailing and is moving behind. And this economic crisis in Germany, which is more of a structural issue, a structural problem than a current one, has also paved a way for a political crisis in Germany as well. And both the things are happening simultaneously currently. Now the question here is that how these problems in Germany's economy will impact the whole world. See, there are three important points which we need to know. First is in relation to export slowdown. See, we all are aware of Germany's high-tech economy and Germany's high-tech products, because if in India, a product comes with German technology and it is written over there that using German technology, we all believe that it would be of superior technology. And which is why Germany's economy is fueled by exports to a very great extent. And Germany is an exporter of several high-valued goods and several high-tech goods also, particularly including machinery, automobiles and chemicals. Now, a decline in Germany's economy would definitely mean a decline in Germany's export capacity, and this can directly impact the countries which are depending on Germany's exports, especially smaller European economies. Now, second point is in relation to reduced demand for imports. Now, alongside Germany being a very good exporter, Germany is also a very large importer also. So, a weakened German economy can lead to reduction of imports into Germany, and it can reduce the demand for imports, and which can affect the countries who are supplying raw material, agricultural products or manufactured goods to Germany. And the third point is in relation to supply chain disruption and supply chain management. See, Germany is having a very key role to play in the global supply chain, particularly in automotive and manufacturing sector. And a crisis in Germany could definitely disrupt these supply chains. And it can lead to production delays, increased production costs, potential shortages across various industries worldwide. So in all these three areas, Germany's economy, if it is doing bad, can heavily impact the global economy. First is in relation to exports, second is in relation to imports, and third is in relation to supply chain shortages and supply chain disruptions. Now the real question is, what could be a viable solution? And a viable solution is not unidimensional, definitely it should be multidimensional and multi-pronged. See, first thing what Germany needs to do is to ensure a very successful digital push in the country. Alongside digital push, Germany needs to go towards investing in greener technologies. See, earlier Germany was a boss and a leader in combustion technologies, but now the world is transitioning from that to greener technologies, cleaner fuels and electric vehicles. So Germany needs to focus on that as well. And it will definitely boost sustainability and grow a lot of jobs in Germany. Second thing what Germany needs to do is to strengthen its digital infrastructure. Say, digital push is okay, but strengthening the digital infrastructure, growing it at a very expansive scale, like India has done. Germany, if it strengthens its digital infrastructure, it would be great for the whole economy, especially for connectivity and ease of doing business and ease of transactions as well. See, Germany alongside should also attract foreign investments, whether it be through tax incentives or through regulatory reforms. And amongst all of these things, the most important is that Germany should be cooperating with international partners as well to ensure that global economic stability is maintained alongside their own economic stability. And at last, of all the things, Germany should move towards a political consensus and political stability. See, one thing which we all need to understand here is that political stability of a country goes hand in hand with economic stability. Politically, if a country is not superior, or politically, if a country is not stable, its economic policies would also be volatile. And if politically a volatile country cannot have an economically stable country, let's take India's example. India's economy did not do really well in 1980s, early 1990s. What was the reason? The reason was political turmoil in India. But after 1990s, especially after 2000s, Indian economy did a very great job because Indian economy was politically stable. So political stability is eventually leading to economic stability. And economic stability also helps us in ensuring political stability as well. So it's a cycle which continues. So Germany should move towards political consensus and, more importantly, political stability. And politically and economically stable Germany is not just good for its own people, but better for the whole European economy, for whole European Union, and for the whole world as well. Which is why remedial steps needs to be taken at the earliest in order to ensure Germany's political and economic revival. I hope you gain new perspective from the session. What are your views surrounding Germany's political and economic crisis and how we can reinvigorate Germany's economy? Please let me know in the comment section. I'll be very happy to read your comments. Have a beautiful day and thank you for watching this video.